Bali, just
Bro.
want to say, cheers, brother. Cheers. Bali ruins women. I just sent a text to one of my lovers.
Mm.
I
You
said
lovers, yeah?
she might come to Bali in June. I was like, you shouldn't come. It'll ruin you. I mean that. I'm like, at the very least, just don't live here because it ruins women,
Yeah, I think so.
in my opinion.
That's the one from Hungary.
No, I met her in Hungary, but she's Canadian actually.
Oh shit.
She might be watching us. Who knows?
Oh,
You never know.
oh,
She's the hottest girl I've ever fucking pulled in my entire life.
seriously.
Oh my God, she is a drop dead gorgeous.
So extreme super baddie.
Bro, yes. She's like one of those, like when you see her, it looks like it's like AI. Like, is this real?
Like a rare Pokemon.
Yeah, bro. And she looks like AI because she's so beautiful, but she's not AI. She's just fucking beautiful.
Damn.
And her family's rich too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I mean, nothing. I went to Bali. She went back to Canada. Is what it is. She's Italian.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I want to see her again. She was really cool. Like, and we had a connection.
No, no.
I
Hey,
mean, yeah.
three bro's been in Bali for too long.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm jaded now. So Bali can ruin men too, probably, but more so it ruins women.
True.
Bali ruins women. Are we live right now?
We're running. Yeah, we're
We're
running.
running? Oh shit, we running.
No, that's all
Yeah,
good. That's all
let's
good.
get these mics ready.
It's all
Fuck,
good.
how do I do this?
Oh, wait. So that's not connected to
There
the
we go.
mic yet, right? Oh, yeah, it is.
That's good enough. Does
Okay.
this look weird?
No, I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
looks legit.
All right.
All right.
Yo.
Yo,
Okay. I'm not gonna think about it. I look good.
you look good. No, you do look good. It doesn't look, yeah, it
No?
doesn't make a
Okay.
difference.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right, man.
Yo. Good to have
My
good.
brother.
Yo.
Thanks for coming on to
Thank
my
you, man.
first podcast. Um,
Yeah.
I think let's just jump straight into it. So, um, basically, for anyone that's not who doesn't know you, let me start again. For anyone that doesn't know you,
You got this, brother.
um, right, yeah. So for anyone that, one second, let me get it out. Let me get it out.
For
Okay.
anyone who doesn't know this guy, this guy right here, he's a
Yeah. Okay, bro. So for anyone that doesn't know you, what do you do?
so I am a dating coach is the easiest way to describe it. If you've seen the movie Hitch by Will Smith, sometimes I feel like that's my life. My first ever client was a guy named Akil. I use him as my biggest testimonial, my biggest reference, and he was my first paid client. Like he paid me 3 grand to get coached. And before that, I had never charged more than 1K. And it's because I had to fly all the way out to Europe, and he was a hard case, and he was the hardest case you can imagine. Lovely dude, amazing guy, great wingman now, and we got him to pull a Swedish baddie, and I help guys level up their social confidence. How I like to describe it is I help shy guys and introverts. That's kind of just a nice way of putting it because a lot of girls, when they hear what I do,
Mm,
sometimes guys too, but mostly girls, since girls don't realize that shy guys and introverts even exist sometimes, like they don't really, they're invisible to them, to girls.
yeah.
I tell them I help shy guys and introverts because it makes them realize, oh, I'm helping guys who are struggling, not players. So girls imagine it's a big convention of evil players who are manipulative and evil and narcissistic and trying to make and try to get more notches on their belt and sleep with more women because why not?
Yeah.
But in reality, it's guys who are actually struggling and a little bit introverted, and they're usually even good looking or don't have that many problems, and they just need help approaching women and escalating and flirting. So, yeah, that's what I do. I help men with their dating life, their social confidence.
Sick, man, sick. I know because obviously we've been on some boot camps and
Yeah,
you've taken me through the process. But you're right about that. I think women in particular have a very different perspective of what it is that you do. Like, not even necessarily just you, but if you say dating coach to a woman, which I have a few times, not about myself, but just in general, their immediate reaction is almost like, oh, that's like negative,
yeah,
essentially. So, what in what way would you say that this could benefit women?
could benefit women.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think it might help a guy who is not a player and genuinely just wants a girlfriend, actually man the fuck up a little bit because a lot of these guys are just pussies. And then sorry, and then the reason why the narcissistic asshole gets all the attention is because he's just not a pussy about it. And I'm saying this as a guy who was terrified to approach women and say hi. I'm a little bit more on the I like to fuck around a lot and I want to be single, but I don't know, that might change when I get back to Budapest, but because I just haven't found anything here in Bali. But I think it'll help women because it's gonna get a guy who is nice, but make him a little bit more assertive and grounded
Mm,
so that she can get that nice, sweet, romantic guy, but have him be a dominant, assertive, and grounded individual as well, focused on his purpose, not just supplicating to her. Because what happens is she gets super turned off, like repulsed by the nice guy, but
mm,
she's not gonna fuck him. She's like, "Oh, you're so sweet. Someone will find you." And
yeah,
not me. And she responds very well and is naturally attracted, whether she likes it or not, to more of this asshole player who has lots of women around him, like a club promoter,
yeah,
who are more naturally just narcissistic and selfish. And they love that shit. They're hardwired for it for whatever reason.
yeah.
And yeah, I think I'm helping out the guy who's a little bit more naturally, what's the word? Passive or meek
Mm.
or just shy or not really going for it. But then also, I get a whole range of clients. I also get people who are um, very hardworking and very logical and smart and motivated and ambitious, but have a giant stick up their ass because they work too much and they're just like logical. And they, when you take them out at night, they can't even dance. They're like,
That was me on day one.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's me sometimes too as well. I'm no more naturally like that as well. Like I can grind really hard, but then I lose that playful side. So
Mm,
yeah,
yeah, sure. Yeah, that's really interesting, man. Because obviously we're talking about like the narcissistic side, like the club promoter, the asshole that they wanna, that women wanna fuck.
yep,
But there's also another side to it which I can relate more to, which has been positive, which is like it doesn't just benefit. It doesn't just benefit you to get laid, basically. It
yeah,
benefits you on deeper levels, and it also benefits someone who wants to be in a relationship, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
Like actually wants a long-term relationship and is not just looking to have sex with loads of women. But been your experience? What's your experience been like with people that are genuinely with guys that genuinely just want
A relationship.
authentic relationships, and how their character has improved
Yeah.
from before to now, like
So
from zero to where they are now, basically.
great question. I've never been asked that before. It's actually so. By the way, just for you guys to know, I actually was pushing you to do a podcast because you ask good fucking questions. Like you ask great questions.
Thank you.
So two names came to mind. I'm not even going to say the names. Two guys in my community. One was from the UK. One was Dutch. And they were the first guys to join my community in the first month when I first launched it. One of the guys did game hard for a little bit. He was a little bit more naturally, I guess you could say, socially unaware. I think he needed to learn more, whereas the other guy was a little bit more natural. But they both hit it really hard. And one of them didn't stay consistent, got a girlfriend a little bit too early, and didn't fulfill his journey in getting very good at cold approach and being to a decent level. The other one hit it really fucking hard, played the field, didn't even want to get his body count up that high. He made it a point not to. It was one of his goals. Slept with lots of beautiful women, high quality women, became genuinely a master at the game, was a pillar of the community, giving out so much game. And then after about 6 or 7 months of hitting it super hard, got into a long term relationship, was super happy. And now he's playing like relationship game. I've had when I say relationship game, I mean it's a whole nother uh thing to work on is relationships.
Yeah.
And I've had several calls with him and he seems to be very happy, grounded, content, and working on his career and other parts of life. Whereas the other guy, from my knowledge, I haven't kept up with him recently, but for the 1 year span that I did keep up with him, he broke up with the girl, got complacent, kind of lost himself, and he got into a relationship more out of like scarcity, neediness, and comfort. And it was the first girl he had ever slept with, I think.
Mm,
So he was a little bit, and he's younger too. So and I had the same journey as well, where I was 19, I'm crushing it in the game. The first girl that really likes me and wants a relationship was a little toxic, and so was I. I jumped straight into a relationship with her, and then for 3 years, I stunt my growth. So To answer your question, it has helped people get into a long-term relationship, but it's people who are a little bit more emotionally grounded, a little bit older, and really put the reps in and got to a really good level in the game. And now when they leave the game, of course, their game's going to go down. But if they came back, and he even told me this, the Dutch guy, if he came back and he broke up with his girl, he knows what he can do. He is very aware that he has game, and he's conquered that part of himself. So now he has a sense of abundance knowing that if she breaks up with him, he's not totally screwed.
Yeah,
I think subconsciously, a lot of guys don't want to go through a breakup because they know it's going to be like months of loneliness,
yeah,
maybe years of loneliness. Who knows? I saw this one video the other day. It was a guy who got broken up with. He married a chick, and it was this reel. It's actually a pretty good reel.
mm,
And he's all happy, and you could see he's like this joyful, really sweet guy. And then he got broken up with, and every shot after it was him just like hard and mean and rugged, and
oh,
it was
shit.
this lock-in phase. And the guys like that. Guys are like, yeah, fuck yeah, screw her, broke her his heart, and he's in his lock-in phase. But I actually see that a little differently.
Yeah,
He looked really rigid and mean and cold, and I'm like, damn, that kinda sucks. I think you should start approaching, you
yeah,
know? I don't think guys should do that. That's weird. Then you're what? You're gonna be years locked in, away from women, no intimacy?
yeah,
I think guys, that's not the answer either, is like running away from women altogether. It's like, just get better with women and have abundance so that when a girl's with you, she doesn't just feel that you're needy, scarcity, jealous, very obsessive because you're the only she's the only girl that he can get.
yeah.
So,
That's actually such a big thing, man. Like,
yeah.
I genuinely, I think um, it's bigger than it's spoken about. Um, I think I've had pretty much the same experience previously, like early in my 20s, long time ago.
Mhm.
But like I got broken up with my first girlfriend, and then I was like the exact same, rigid, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna focus on myself and blah blah blah. And I guess there is elements of it that are positive, but I think in the long run, like I stayed single for so many years after that. And then I was like fearful of like having an intimate relationship where I kind of wish that I didn't spend that long like that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's such a good point. But that aside, anyway, in other aspects, not just related to dating, what do you think? How do you think what you do, approaching and the boot camps and hitting it hard?
Mm.
How do you think that improves someone's life outside of dating?
Business, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I recently closed, um, I don't even want to say the number, but almost sold out in sales for my boot camps. I was in 30K or 26K in debt, or actually more around 20K, 20 to 26K in debt last year in the summer. And with the knowledge of cold approach, I took about 20 sales calls, closed about half of them, and paid off all my debt. And I never took a sales call in my life. I've I've never studied sales, I've never learned sales. How the fuck am I able to close? It was so similar to game and talking to women, like holding frame in the interaction, knowing when to close, and knowing how to talk brought me money. And that summer, I realized that game and getting good with social skills will bring you so much more than just women. It'll bring you a lot of money as well because you're going to learn how to talk to people. You're going to
sure.
be able to do sales. You're going to understand people very well. And also, this is the main thing. I think when you start to actually get success with women, when you start to sleep with women who are way hotter than you're used to, your brain actually says, wait a minute, I can go for what I want. I'm high status. I have confidence now that I know I can do something really hard that intimidated me and
Mm,
get better at it. It changes your identity. It changes how you think of yourself. It changes who you think you are. It was the first time when I started game that I started to really believe in myself. Like, holy shit, I can change my personality. And because of that, I think you start to go for things that you typically wouldn't go for, like starting to vlog or starting to just do anything out of your comfort zone, especially socially.
yeah, man.
And yeah, I think in the long run, if you learn game properly and you're a hardworking person at the same time, because you could just be a complete degenerate and get women, but anyone can do that. Like you don't even need to learn game. If you really wanted to get women and you didn't want to, if the easiest way to get women is to just be a complete degenerate, have no goals, no ambitions, and just be completely like, I'm just gonna enjoy life, chase the dragon, chase dopamine, and go out and talk to women. That's the easiest way because you have nothing stressing you. Live off $5 a day in Bali. and fuck a bunch of hoes. That's the easiest way to get women. And I've seen guys do it, but I think then you lose your soul in the process. I've seen guys recently, actually. One guy texted me and he said, I'm depressed. This is a guy who took a boot camp with me,
Wow.
and he pulled like 5 times during the boot camp. Great guy. I fucking love this guy. He used to create content as well. And you probably know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
But genuinely great guy. I actually want him to come to Budapest just to kick it because he's a great wingman, fun to be around, loves to create content. He's pulling a bunch of times, but he's just been going out and talking to women all day. That's all he does. He doesn't do anything else. He's living off like savings. And he's like, bro, I'm depressed. I think it's because maybe my game or this and that." I'm like, bro, I don't think you need a game. I think you need purpose. You need to do something different. Because like this is I don't want to be degenerate here, but like just having a bunch of sex isn't going to actually make you happy. So to answer your question, what was the question again? I forgot.
Um,
Oh, yeah, how does it help people outside of the game? Or
outside of your dating, yeah, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, to answer your question, I think if you are a hard worker and you practice game, you can implement those skills you learn in the game, especially if you're doing it sober, into every area of your life. And I think your job will treat you differently if you're in a like a corporate job or something. I think your relationships and your friendships will treat you differently, and I think it'll give you confidence to start new businesses. So,
sure, man.
yeah.
I really agree with what you're saying because I think so. Basically, for context, I did how was it 4 or 5 days that we did last time?
The first time we did a 3-day boot camp,
3 day.
3-day immersion, we went decently hard. This time we just finished a 4-day one, and I would say we went like about 70 to 80% of what a typical boot camp would look like.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we did the first time we did 3 days immersion, and I ended up going back to England maybe what like a month or two after we did it. This is after a lot of approaching and game as well, and I was broke basically, and I knew that the only way I could really make some money to get back to Bali was through sales, and genuinely, I would say it really helped because I was way less shy to get rejected, like picking up
Mm,
the phone, do phone like cold calls, sending out cold emails, just hitting it hard, like hitting those numbers. That alone, like translated into me making the money that I needed to make to get back here and more.
mm.
And yeah, it really helped me like financially, but also like I just felt more grounded because I was like, oh, now I know I can make money because the power's within me. And I think that's the one of the key things
Yeah.
that the boot camp approaching game, whatever you want to call it, helps with.
You went hard.
Mm,
Even with outside of that boot camp, you went out until you were just tired of approaching. You went hard. And you went hard with filming. That's a whole nother beast.
mm,
Filming in public, oof, talk about anxiety. I know plenty of guys good at game, but can never film in public. That's fucking
really?
hard. Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah. That shit's hard as fuck. I
Yeah.
remember you were shaking when you did. I was too when I first started, but you
Yeah.
overcame that. And would you say that do you and another thing, I was shocked with how fast you came back. I didn't believe it would happen. I even told you that. Remember, I was like, "Oh, there's no way you're coming back in April. It's fucking 2
Yeah.
months. Like, you're gonna make all that money in 2 months to come back, and you did it."
Yeah.
Do you really think that, approaching women, approaching group sets, approaching very intimidating women, vlogging in public and approaching women on camera, do you think that helped you with your sales? Like, you see a direct correlation or a difference from before you did that and after?
Damn, that's a very good question. Definitely,
Yeah?
definitely. I think you know what, on a deeper level, when you take like women and sex and the superficial stuff out of it, I think it's like resilience and like not being afraid to put yourself out there as a vulnerability. Because when you're out approaching, say we approach like I don't know, 100 times in a day, you're gonna get rejected like 80 times. Well, maybe not. Depends on your game.
Depends, yeah. I
Uh,
rejected a lot though.
yeah, you get rejected a
Yeah,
lot, but it's not even just rejection, it's how many times you're willing to get rejected. So, like, you go up, you know that there's a chance you're gonna get rejected or you might not get rejected, and I think after you do it so many times, it kinda just, it builds, like, a muscle of, like, vulnerability, I would say, but also like it's like a shield to rejection.
yeah,
Not that you're ever gonna not get hurt by rejection, but I think it definitely helps with that. So then I think when it comes to like putting a business idea out there or being creative, like actually you helped me get started with my YouTube channel,
yeah,
which is a big one, like you mentioned. Um, like going out in public filming, it's another thing. It's like reps again, and then talking to strangers and filming yourself and um Yeah, man, I think it really it translates into a lot of other areas of life. And also you start to realize a lot of the facades about yourself that you're telling yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Like you end up like
You
going on
are
TikTok
right.
or whatever and scrolling for hours, and then you're like, I'm doing this to sort of protect myself to not get rejected on a deeper level, but I'm actually way happier when I'm out there doing it. And yeah, it's just identity change,
Yeah,
man. It's really good. Like it's I've had such a an identity shift from this.
yeah,
Yeah. But off the back of that, I wanted to dive into your story a little bit more,
yeah,
because I want to go like deeper on um, how you actually got started
yeah,
and your journey, basically. But can you tell us a story about how
mm,
you got into what you're doing now,
yeah.
and yeah, we'll go from there.
Wow. I've been creating videos for a while, and I would say this journey truly started in 2023. Although, honestly, the seed was planted in 2021 of maybe I should coach. I even bought a coaching course, but I never fulfilled it because I didn't know what I would coach. I had the idea, like, what if I taught guys how to get women, but there was no way I could see myself doing that. I was just like, but like, who the fuck am I to do that? You know, who the fuck am I
Little
to
did
do
they
that?
know.
And I know, right? And then I was dating a girl and stuff, and actually, I was doing pretty well at that time too. Funny enough, so I should have had more confidence, but I wasn't able to rip it like I can now. I didn't have that ability yet, and so 2021, I had the idea to coach. 2022, I started doing like interviews a lot on the street, all about like stories of transformation. I even started a podcast and just self improvement in general.
Wow.
But I realized every time I would do the interviews, my favorite part of the interviews was whenever I would talk to a girl and it would just get flirty somehow. Cause I was
Wow.
just like, we would talk, hey, I have a question about this. And then we just talk and it would get flirty. And then I'd get her number on camera. And then low key, the comments would be like, damn, bro's got the Riz or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So,
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
And then 2023, I saved up money, I bartended in 2022 as well. I really sharpened my social skills. 2023, I traveled the world trying to create a travel vlog. And again, it was the same thing. I'd be in these most remote fucking rundown place in Bali or Indonesia or whatever, in Vietnam. And my favorite thing to do was when I saw a girl, I just want to approach her. Like it was just what I wanted to do. I was obsessed with it. And the best part of the videos and the videos that did the best were the ones where I had some baddies in there, of course, not just the ones where I was showing off the culture. And to be honest, I didn't care about the culture. I just didn't. I was trying to like show off the culture and go to Europe and go all these places. I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to get views and work online. So eventually I ran out of money because there's no money in travel vlogging, especially if you don't have an offer or have any idea of what you're actually doing. I'm hitting my rock bottom phase where I have to come to grips that what I'm doing isn't working. I gotta pivot. I actually and I don't like how I handled my little rock bottom phase because I just locked myself in a room in Portugal and it was a dark room. It completely blacked out. They had blackout curtains and it was super dark and LED lights and a TV. And
Wow.
I would just watch TV all day and just bad habits, eating junk food. I was working out still because I was bored. I would do a bunch of push-ups, went for a run. It was dopamine rut though, and just man, like I felt very lost and depressed and just for the first time I lost my delusion of like I know what I'm doing, I got this. I was just like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't got this. What the fuck am I doing? Like like I felt retarded. I felt really sad. I didn't know what I was living for either. It's like why the fuck am I even alive? Like I have no friends. Left all my friends a long time ago. I got friends in Dallas. I don't want to move to Dallas. I don't even know what to do. I have a few hundred in the bank. I'm just gonna chill here in Portugal. And then my dad said you should come live with me in Budapest for a couple months before you go back to the US. So I went to his studio apartment, I was sleeping on the couch, and that was the moment where my life started to improve actually, because number one, meeting my dad, what felt like for the first time as an adult, because we were never that close, and living with him for the longest I've ever lived with him, taught me so much about myself. I learned about just I don't know, just it's different. It's weird. I don't even know how to explain. It's like a spiritual experience. Like I'm living with my dad and really getting to know him for the first time as an adult in my entire life, really. And
Wow.
seeing him through an adult perspective, like he's a normal guy, he's a human, seeing his flaws and realizing that we're very similar. And he went down a path where he was poor and he did not want to make money. He was had a bad relationship with money. I became a little bit more money driven after met my dad because I realized this is how you're gonna live. Like we were eating like cans of beans and like the cheapest meats possible, and like and he was taking care of me. I didn't have money. I was not complaining at all. Super happy to eat whatever. But it made me realize that he's like old and this is his life, and it's his choice as well. This is a choice. He's choosing to be poor. It's not like his victim mind. What he imagines isn't real. It's actually a choice. And after that, I just said, you know what? I'm just money driven now. So I started to create videos about what I cared about. Started to create videos about meditation, working out really hard. I fixed my routine. I was waking up at 6 or 7 or 8 a.m. every day. And eventually I had a video get a few thousand views all about how to talk to strangers. Or I said talking to strangers is a superpower was the title. Took me 30 minutes to shoot. I talked to one baddie, got her number, Argentinian baddie in Budapest. She was bad as fuck. I felt like a G. I went on 30 dates and it was 15 dates in 30 days. I actually don't know the exact number, but it was way more than 15 probably.
Oh,
And I was just going on dates left and right. I was like, for the first time, I was like, damn, I think my game's pretty good. And yeah, I just got the confidence to say, you know what? I'm going to build a dating course. That was my next phase. I built a dating course, went back to Arkansas, worked a shit job. I'm skipping a lot of steps in between, but long story short, a video went viral and I, yeah, I made 10K in 1 month. I quit my job. And after a lot of months of making almost nothing and getting into debt while traveling, I finally started to charge high ticket what I'm worth because I started to do in-person coaching as well, which you can make a real transformation in person.
wow.
Online, it's more like do it yourself. In person is like, I'm going to take you through the trenches 12 hours a day,
Oh my God.
hundreds of approaches, burn myself out doing it, and make sure you change as a person. Or honestly, I've never seen someone not change who didn't give it their all.
Yeah.
Yeah, never seen it. Haven't seen it yet. So I have a lot of confidence in the process. So
Wow, man.
yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I want to just go back to when you were struggling, basically, because I think honestly that really hit me when you were talking about that. What were what were you like? What were you feeling and thinking at the time when you were literally at rock bottom
Mm,
when you were in Portugal? You shut those curtains,
I remember. Yeah.
um, and then before you got to your dad's house. What was your like what were your habits? What were your thoughts like at the time? And what were you feeling?
Man, when I think back on that time, I'm like, I have a lot of respect for him as well. I was there for like 2 or 3 weeks in Portugal. I was just desperate because I didn't want to go back to Arkansas. But honestly, I'm glad I had to go back to Arkansas. I learned a lot. But I just was like, what should I do now? Like, what avenue? So I was just flip flopping at that point to different things. Okay, it's not travel vlog. Let's change the niche to this. Let's change it to that. What if I did some of, like, I was searching ways to make money online. I was like, still working hard. I never gave up, but like 10, 12 hours a day trying to like figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe shoot some vlogs in Portugal. But I just was like, I got to figure something out. Like, how am I going to make money? I have like a couple months left of savings and I got to do something. But I was just disappointed and I had been through a roller coaster too. I had some of the craziest experiences while traveling. And now I'm just like, what am I doing? Like I gotta figure something out.
Mhm.
Like, I guess you could say determined, but then after a few weeks of trying different things, just stupid ideas, I just was like, I don't even know, man. I just don't know anymore. I just like it almost felt like giving up. Like I don't even know what I'm doing. And I just kind of like took a break, mental break, watching movies and stuff. And I was in the middle of nowhere, Portugal. I just went over to some random place. And yeah, um, I guess desperate is the feeling. I was desperate for something to work.
Mm.
And honestly, it was a bad place to be in because it wasn't productive. Like I had no support system. I had no routine. I had no hobbies. I had no it was just me in my room alone. Like this isn't good. You can't really get too creative like that. You need an environment to get creative. So when I went to my dad's, it was actually like a little support system. My dad and I were bonding and I was exploring a new city for real. I was going on a lot of dates. Like I was talking to women all the time. There's so many beautiful women in Budapest. We're the best city in Europe fuck every city. Portugal sucks. France, bleh. Spain, well, it was okay, but the Spanish are super. They don't like tourists, bro.
No.
Italy was cool. I wish I spoke Italian, but they're kind of rude too. Austria was lame. London, don't get me started with London. Oof, that was a rough journey. Germany was fucking booty. Uh, Budapest was amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking love that city. It
Amazing.
it changed and saved my life, and I even found a girlfriend while I was there.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was amazing. But yeah, I was, in that moment, it was just a struggle, just a struggle. But you know what? I'm a weird guy. Like, I'm very easily deluded. I think I was delusional. Like, even in that moment, I'm like, I'm gonna figure something out. But then when I hit that rock bottom, it was the realization that I'm not gonna figure this out. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And that
Yeah.
when I lost my delusion, it's kind of like I lost my yeah, I think it was like a growing up part of my life now that I think about it. I don't like how I handled that though, because I was just like watching porn because I was bored, watching TV, and just like bad habits. Like I wish I would have done something differently. Like I don't like how I handled it, as a person. I just went downhill. But I think that was the moment I needed it to become more of a realist, more realistic. Because I meet some people here. For example, one of our old roommates. When I talk to him, I'm like, this motherfucker delusion.
Yeah.
He don't understand how like when I talk to kids, because now I call them kids because at that time I was a kid, but I think it made me more of a man because I realized how the world works a little bit. Like I realized that hey, you're retarded. You have no idea what you're doing. You traveled for like 8 months making random ass videos without even an offer to make money. What did you think was going to happen? It was like a brutal reality check
Mm.
in that you're about to go back home to Arkansas. You're about to ask your mom for money. You're about to ask your brother for a job. You're about to live in the middle of nowhere and work hard for a little bit and live in like a little basement for a while, sleeping on an air mattress with nothing to your name and depend on family and just get humbled because and I'm a hard worker too. It's not even like not a hard worker. I don't mind working, but it basically was a reality check of like, yeah, bro, you need to be more realistic about what's possible. And with that realism, I looked at my options and teaching dating was a legitimate option. I was like, wait a minute, there's a market for it. I'm actually good at it. I am obsessed with it. And why not? Fuck it.
Mm.
And I was just afraid what people would think, and also hitting that rock bottom made me not give a fuck what people think, because I felt so low. I felt so bad about myself. Like, for the first time, I had this ego, and I just didn't have it anymore. I was just humbled. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Like, I was wrong. I told everyone I'd make it. Even told my mom, like, promise you in a year I'm gonna make it. Now I'm about to have to go home. Like, I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna look dumb. And because of that, I remember even going back home to one of my homies who was doing YouTube and actually it started to pop off. And I called him and I had been creating videos for years longer than him. And I called him and I was like, bro, I want advice. Like, how can I get better?
Oh,
I was willing to just drop my ego. In the past, I wouldn't have done that because I'm like, no, I've been creating longer than him. I'm better than him. No, I was like, I just want to get better. I called him. I need advice, bro. How can we? I'm trying to get this YouTube shit going. I'm gonna go into dating. I'm creating a course, and yeah, I think it was a moment where I got humbled and I realized that now that it popped off, I didn't take it for granted at all. I you know what? I was delusional. Even when I was in Bali and I had no idea what I was doing for the first time, I thought I could just relax, take vacations, go on a bunch of dates with girls. And like when I see people who want to make it on YouTube or do something really like crazy or fun job and they don't have the work ethic to match, they don't even have an offer, they don't want to take advice, they think they got it all figured out. I'm just like, they'll learn the hard way just like me.
yeah.
They'll go through the trenches just like me. And you can't change someone. You can't even give them. I had so many people tell me the shit that I had to learn the hard way. When I think about it, there's a guy named Italo, Brazilian guy. He told me everything that I had to learn the hard way,
Yeah?
like in 2022. So yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta. I think we learn the hard way. Sometimes you just gotta learn the hard way.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it would be safe to say that, that period of your life where it was like the lowest that you've experienced
yeah,
was actually completely necessary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Um,
Yeah.
if okay, so
I just wish I handled it better. Like, if I hit another low period in my life now, even though I'm gonna be in a low, I'm gonna remember I'm in a low now. Let's at least try to be productive. Yeah.
hmm. So if, at that point when you're feeling low, I know you said you're deluded. Well, you were deluded,
I
or
was, yeah.
still are maybe.
A little bit, yeah.
Uh,
You know what? A little delusion's good. You can't be completely realistic because then you don't expand, right?
no,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
agree.
still a little deluded, but it's grounded more for sure now.
Mm.
Yeah.
I actually think there's courage in delusion,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Like that it's easy to be like realistic in that sense, and not in all aspects. It's obviously a positive thing, but if you're not a little bit deluded, then you're not creating and you're not courageous to do that. I think so. Um, but yeah, so like if someone, say for example, someone's watching this and they're in that low position, they're depressed, they don't know what's going on, they have a goal, maybe they're not
Yeah.
working hard towards it, maybe they aren't deluded and they're experiencing all those the feelings that you were feeling, but they
Yeah.
just can't see the light. Do you have anything that you would want to say to that person? Do you have anything that
Yeah.
you'd want to say to your younger self at that point?
Yeah. The path illuminates as you walk it. So
Wow.
sitting and thinking, in my opinion, didn't help me in that moment. When I was locked in my room alone, that's what I was trying to do was think my way through it. But it just drove me crazy, man. My mind was like, fuck. When I just started to do it, when I just started to take action, that's when I started to get out of my head and epiphanies would come. Another thing I learned, and many other people might be similar. I think a lot of people will be similar to this. If not everyone. I learned through talking to people. Like when I go out, I love if I have, like, something I need to decide on, I love even if I'm meeting a random stranger who's cool or talking to a homie, we go to the beach, telling him about what I'm going through, like, man, I would love to like, someone I'm in vibes with, rapport with, not some random stranger, like,
Yeah.
"Hey, randomly, I wanna tell you about this," like, someone we're actually chatting and it's appropriate, I'll be like, "Yo, like, can I tell you about a little situation I'm going through? Like, so this is happening, and this," and it's really helpful for me to just talk about it. So I learned through talking, and I learned through going out. So when I was in my depressed, lonely period, what fixed my life was routine.
Yeah.
So I had to wake up at 6 a.m. every day because my dad, we were in the same room. So if I came back home, I had to be home by 9 p.m. So my dad would go to bed at 9. And if I couldn't open the door and wake him up. I just couldn't. So I had to be in bed by like 8:39.
Oh wow.
So which was great for me. And I'd wake up at like, he'd wake up first, and I'd wake up at like 6 or 7, and yeah, I'd get my day started. I'd just do push-ups. I'd worked out like insane, just like hundreds of push-ups, pull-ups, ran to the park, ran back, did a bunch of approaches, edited random ass videos for my travel adventures, shot new videos. And that's just like I just kept going. And that's another thing. If you have an idea and you think it might work, don't stop. I didn't give up. Even though I felt that rock bottom, and I got out of my head and got out of that slump, I just kept on creating because I had 2 months in Budapest. What the fuck else is there to do?
Yeah.
I'm not a lazy person. I'm not like, I'm not wired to be lazy. My mom, I think it's genetic too, low
Yeah.
key, but my mom and her parents, and they're just the hardest working people ever. I'm just not wired to do nothing. So I was just go, fuck it, I'll just do something. Another thing, I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. I had this YouTube thing that I wanted to take off. I had the course that I was creating, but I was thinking, okay, this will be passive income. I'll just create one video a week, 2 videos a week. I'm just creating it out of habit now because I love creating. I'm just going to keep going.
Mm.
I'm involved with the process. I'm not really thinking too much about the outcome. There's no longer a rush. That's another thing. If you're rushing to make a goal happen, you're putting some time limit on it. You're going to get overwhelmed. That's why I saw our old roommate did that. It was funny watching it because I was like, "This is like I was in the same shoes." Like, when you have a time limit on you need to achieve it in a certain amount of time, you're putting too much pressure on it. It might take years.
Yeah.
So I was just like, "I'm just gonna pop 1 video a week." Now I'm gonna work on my brother's business, make money, and then I'm also gonna start doing sales and learn sales. I'm gonna do all these things and just work hard and have all these things occupying my mind. I'm getting more productive. I'm getting in momentum. I joined Muay Thai. I'm doing things with my life. I'm actually like growing in different areas. I'm not just obsessed with one thing, hoping and praying it will work fast.
Okay.
And I'm just working in multiple different areas. Now, whenever this started to gain traction, I started getting views pop off a little bit. I was like, okay, let me put more energy into this. This is going well. Then your mind will start to expand on what's possible. So when it started to get thousands of views, I was like, okay, what if I start brainstorming every day? What if I shot 5 times per week and I go to the college campus and shoot a different style of video that went viral? What if I incorporate interviews and my Riz content? What if I, you start thinking bigger and then you can start to, it just there's a snowball effect.
Mm,
So, what I would say is try many different things and be consistent with it and play the long game.
yeah,
Man, if I could say one thing to oh, this is the one thing I wish I would have said. Okay, this is it. Play the fucking long game. It's so frustrating when I see kids not thinking long term.
yeah,
I sound like a grandpa when I say that, but it's so true. When I was starting the travel vlog, I should have asked myself, okay, in 10 years, do you still want to do this? Probably not. What the fuck? Traveling all around? Don't you want to start a family? No. In 10 years, what's the money potential in this? I don't know. Not if you're the biggest travel vlogger in the world, pretty high, but do you have the obsession to become the biggest? In 10 years, is this something you can get better in and it'll lead into new careers? Probably not. I don't know, maybe. So think 10 years. If you're gonna do something like my other alternative, I was gonna do sales. I was gonna learn sales. I bought a course, all of it. My alternative was sales. In 10 years, can I do sales? Yeah. 10 years, will you make good money? Yeah, I'll get better and better. In 10 years, it's a useful skill that will apply to everything. So I was like, okay, sales is it's a good lane.
mm,
So yeah, that's what I would say to someone who's depressed and lost is think 10 years and just start to do things, but think 10-year journey. Don't think 5-year journey. Don't think 1-year journey. Think 10-year journey. And then when you think 10-year journey, it takes the pressure off. Like what you're doing now. If you think, okay, I'm 34 now. When I'm 44, will I still want to do this? Yes. So if I make a video every week for 10 years, will it pay off? Probably
yeah.
really well. But if you're thinking like 1 year long vision, that might not be enough time. So
That's
yeah,
solid advice, man. That's solid
yeah,
advice. That's interesting about the eggs in one basket thing as well. Like try many different things and then put more energy in something that works.
yeah,
Basically, but that depends on your goal, right? That depends on like what you want from life. You know what I mean?
yeah,
'Cause if you don't want to do that one thing, but it's doing well, then
yeah.
you
That's
know,
when you ask yourself, "Well, do I want to do this in 10 years?"
yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a really good framework, man.
Like I got obsessed with fighting actually.
Yeah,
One of the hardest things that I let go that I actually want to get back into just for the mental benefits is fighting. But I was like, in 10 years, am I going to get paid for this? No.
yeah, yeah. Well,
But you never
who
know.
knows?
And unless it's an
AI.
influencer fight.
Who would
Fight.
you find?
Who would I fight?
Yeah.
Calling you out now. Who am I calling out? Fight my old mentor, Jack Hopkins. Let's go.
Oh,
Run it up.
no way.
He's bigger than me though.
Well, that's a payday, man. That's a
That's
good
how, oh,
payday.
that'd be a payday.
Um, all right, man. So I have one more question about the struggle. Um, can you tell us one specific worst moment that you remember from the struggle when you
Mm,
were really going through the struggle,
mm,
that really sticks with you and maybe
yeah.
maybe even is the reason why you never want to go back to that point?
Yeah.
But one
Okay.
specific moment.
Yeah. Okay. So there was the Portugal moment where I felt lost, but I got out of that. I got out of that. The worst moment was when I went back to Arkansas, and that was fine too. That wasn't even that bad. But when I went up to my brother's uh, apartment, like a really humble apartment was what I'll call it, on an air mattress on the floor. And I made me realize how lonely my life was going to be for the next few months because I had just come back from Bali. Can you imagine? So I'm in bumfuck Arkansas, no friends. Even my brother wasn't in town then. It would have been better if he was there. So I'm running his restaurant. My new friends are my staff. And I meet all the staff. I go home. I am having some of the worst allergies I've had ever. I was having like a full-blown allergy attack, like I could barely breathe.
Oh,
I'm sitting on the couch because there's so much dust and pollen in this apartment. It was just intense. And I think I hadn't been in the US in a while, so I wasn't used to all this pollen and shit. And I could barely breathe. I'm just laying there. And then nighttime hits, and I'm still just laying there. And I don't want to get distracted and just numb myself with TV or anything. And I'm in the bed, and yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like intense loneliness, and I didn't even know what I was feeling. Like I didn't even know what I was feeling. It was the first time I called my mom just to call her because I felt like sad. I guess we don't have that kind of relationship. So I called her. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, what's up?" So hey, I just wanted to talk. And yeah, um she she's like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was just like, I feel like terrible right now. Like I'm up here. and I had never called my mom. I'm getting emotional thinking about it because I never ever talked to her like that. I was always just like macho, and she was like, she didn't know how to respond. She was like, "Do you need money? Like, I can send you some money if you want." I'm like, "It's not money. I have a job now. I'm working for my brother. I just feel sad. Like I don't know. I'm just laying. I don't feel good." And she's just like, "Yeah, no, it's all gonna be okay." So she was giving me some soothing, and I hung up and I just cried, just like crying, crying myself to sleep. So it was the first time I was like, "Fuck, bro, life is hard. Life is hard," and I just felt really sad, like very lonely. But yeah, that was probably the hardest moment.
Oh, sorry, bro. Damn,
Fuck.
man, that's
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
good
Damn, I usually don't get emotional
damn,
on
bro.
podcasts here. Yeah, yeah. But there was just one moment. That was one moment in my life, and it hit me out of nowhere, and I was just like, "Fuck, man, what am I doing? I'm 27. I'm here in my brother's humble apartment, and just yeah, yeah, man."
Damn, bro.
And yeah, the next day I felt better, and I think that was a necessary part. Like I had to process that, and I think that again, it humbled me, and it made me realize that it humbled me, and my real thoughts were I deserve to be here. I didn't think like, why am I here? I didn't feel like a victim. I was like, this is what happens when you don't plan accordingly and you don't actually take life seriously and you don't be realistic.
Mm,
So it was a humbling moment of like, okay, this is, you know what? It's so funny. This is literally what I thought in that bed. Is you know that saying like you make your bed, now lay in it?
yeah.
I was like, this is what I set this up. Now enjoy. And I was literally in bed when I thought I was like, all right, well, I'm on this air mattress. This is my life set up, and this is what I deserve this. So fucking you better just get used to it. So I was very hard on myself too at the same time. So I joined Muay Thai. This is when I became an animal as well, bro. I was fucking animal. I went into Muay Thai, bro. I'd fight anyone. I'd fight anyone. I didn't give a fuck. I'll fight anyone. I got knocked out in class.
No
Yeah.
way.
Came back,
Ring.
fought the same guy because he was preparing for a fight.
Yeah.
With my staff, I crushed the job, the management job. The whole staff loved me because I had nothing else to do. I was shooting the videos, so I became an animal in that moment. When I think back on that person, it was the most disciplined I've ever been in my life, ever.
Wow.
Most disciplined and most consistent version of myself was that moment. And then when I left Arkansas, when everything popped off, I struggled to tap into that person again. I was like, I missed it. I missed that version of me so much after I left Arkansas. By the end of it, I had a little community. I had some friends. I was really close with my staff. My brother came back to town. I'm close with him. I was dating some girls, and my game was getting better. I loved my Muay Thai family. I loved my coach, and the coach knew I was going through a lot too. He knew that, and he was very like he was just a cool guy. And like I actually built something there, and I was actually sad that I left it so fast because I
Really?
when I made everything was popping off, I started traveling again back to Asia, and I was like, when I went to Asia, I was like, fuck, I missed the setup. I built it, but it was the most disciplined version of myself that I had ever been because there's no more distractions and there was no more delusion and there was no more of like it was just this is just it, that's it, hard work. It's another moment where I realized that a lot of what Andrew Tate talks about is so true,
Mm,
and so I dove into a lot of his content, and then I don't agree with everything he says, but there's so much that he says that's like that's real.
mm.
And yeah, man, yeah, that
Wow,
was the
man.
hardest moment. Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I mean, that's a good segue into my next question as well. Um, because I guess that resilience, that discipline is what got you to where you are now.
Yeah.
And I just want to hear from you, like, what was the moment like when it finally clicked? Like when it finally started working? Like maybe it was the viral video, or maybe
Oh
it's
man.
the money. Like what was that moment? And and how did it feel like
Yeah.
inside?
You're good, man. You're
You
fucking good at this. I knew you'd crush this. Yeah,
got some
so
questions?
no, it's all good. If you have questions, let me know, guys. Um, yeah, bro, that was a fucking moment right there.
Yeah.
That was a moment, man, God, like I believe in God because of that moment sometimes. Because like I had been praying the week before, I was in my bathtub and I just like got on my knees. I was just praying to God while I was taking a shower. Just like for the first time in a long time, I was just like, I don't even know what I was praying for. I was just like, just make me like I just want shit to work. Like I'm working hard. And I prayed and I like promised a bunch of things that I didn't keep up with. Honestly, I was like, I'll probably making all these promises to God. Like, let's make this work. And then the next week, it popped off. But yeah, you know what? It was cool because when it popped off, I was not rushing for it. I was not waiting for it. I was not like, okay, is it gonna work? Upload the video. Is it gonna work? Oh, where's the views? Like that's what I was doing before. Now I'm just in the flow. I'm in the process. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. I wasn't in a rush. I'm happy. I'm present. And yeah, when it popped off, I had one video, what I learned approaching 1,000 women in 1,000 days, where I was humble, authentic, dropping game, doing approaches, getting rejected, getting wins. And yeah, I got what did he get? I have to look at the stats again, but in total, I got around 500,000 views in the first month. I had a course to back it up. I just joined Jack Hopkins' mentorship. He said, raise the price to $100. I had it like at $30. He's like, that's crazy. Raise it to 100. I attached a call to it. And yeah, I made 10K in that first month. And
Wow.
yeah, which was insane.
Wow.
Um, Man, when it popped off, at first, I didn't even get that excited. I was very grateful, but I was like, "No, no, no, I'm not gonna." A year ago, I would have been like, "Let's fucking go, we're gonna make it." But I was like, "No, no, no, no." Like, it's just a little bit of money, couple $100. I made a few sales. I was like, "Damn, that's crazy. Let's just keep this going. It's good passive income." Um, but I was looking for sales jobs at the time. I was applying to hundreds of jobs,
Mm,
and it takes forever to apply. By the way, it's a very long process.
yeah.
And I was like, "Should I stop applying?" I even talked to one of my friends. He was like, "Bro, like this is kind of what you've been waiting for your whole life, right? Like you've been wanting this." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I don't want to get excited. I want stability. I want routine. I don't want to go through what I just went through. I want to be realistic."
Mm.
So I was like, "I think I'm just gonna get the sales job." I made $400 overnight, but I'm gonna get the sales job. The next day, I made like 1,500 overnight. I was like, "Whoa!" At
Whoa.
that point, I was like, "Okay, I think this is it. I
Wow.
think I'm gonna have to double down." So then I mentally, after that, I doubled down. You know what? It was a feeling of gratitude and like, holy shit. I even called my mom a week before saying, I'm getting a sales job. I know you've always wanted me to get a normal job. I'm going to do this. And yeah, it's going to be a normal job. I sent another voice note to my mom when it popped off. And I was like, I just made this money. I made like 2K. I think this is it. I'm going to pursue YouTube again. But this time I think it's going to work. And she was supportive because there's money to back it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the first time, got her support on YouTube, and I would like to I would like to pretend that it was a feeling of elation and excitement and like, yeah, let's go. But honestly, it was like a panic more than anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt panicked. Yeah,
Panic's about the money that was about to
yeah,
come in.
I felt like a sense of urgency and anxiety
Mm.
because now I'm like, okay, round 2, because the first round that I tried to make it on YouTube, I failed and went through all that shit. This is round 2. That's what it felt like. It felt like round 2. That's the best way to put it. And funny enough, it was literally a year after I had tried the first time. I was leaving the same exact time, like almost on the dot,
Wow.
beginning of August to go to Asia again, which is insane. So it
Wow.
felt like round 2, and it felt like, Creed movie, the Creed movies,
Yeah.
the second movie, have you seen it?
Yeah.
He lost the first fight.
Yes. Yes.
It felt like I was going into the second fight. That's
Oh,
what it felt like.
really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't feel like I made it. It felt like, "Here we go, motherfucker. I know this shit ain't gonna be easy," and it wasn't. That was a whole new journey, you know? It
yeah.
was not easy. So, yeah, it felt like round 2, and,
Damn.
yeah, that's what it felt like.
Oh, that's
I'd like to say that it felt like, "Yay, I made it," and nah, it was like, "Here we go," and, it was a journey, and I wasn't perfect in it. I had a lot of moments where I didn't work hard enough and I didn't take people's advice but yeah, I made it. So, but it barely made it too. I barely made it to be
yeah.
honest. But I did not want to go back again. Like the feeling of going back, I didn't want to know what that would feel like. So, I was willing to get in as much debt as possible. So I was like,
Yeah.
I really didn't want to go back. That's why I got fat last year too. Yeah, I gained a lot of weight. People were like, "Why'd you gain so much weight?" People were talking shit in my comments. I'm like, "I was fucking stressed, motherfucker. I was trying to make it out the gutter. Like, fuck you guys. I gained weight. Fuck y'all. I'm losing it." But like, I was stressed, bro. I was just like, "How do we get out of this?" So, because I didn't want to go back. But this time, I actually, what's funny? When I left the first time, 2023, to pursue YouTube, I had less savings, less of a plan, less I didn't have any money coming in at all, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I was completely delusional. This is gonna work. When I left the second time, I had a plan, I had more savings, I had money coming in, I knew what I was doing, and I was panicked. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
That is crazy.
That's crazy, right? Because like the second time even though I had proof that this could work, I had a sense of urgency that it wouldn't. So what I would say now is have a sense of urgency even if it's working. So I would like to believe, knock on wood. Where's some fucking wood? Fucking
I guess
knock
that's
on
wood, right?
wood. Knock on wood. Fuck it. Knock on wood.
Yeah,
I want to say I still have this sense of urgency, even though I'm making around 5 to 10K a month consistent. I still have an urgency of like this shit could just fall apart. Get your next 10 moves ready.
yeah.
I'm thinking 1 year long visions. I've almost sold out this year, but I'm thinking next year boot camp's just still gonna work. Yeah, probably. I'm thinking investments. I'm thinking maybe I should start a different side income just in case something like COVID happens and I can't coach
Mm,
or I have to do online coaching or like what's the next move? I'm thinking fucking long now because I understand that anything can fall apart at any moment.
yeah,
Well, maybe I should stop spending so much too, like,
yeah.
and just put the money away. I'm making money now. I'm spending like I just spent $40 on breakfast.
Yeah, but this is a sign
It's
of
fun to spend money, man. Fuck, bro. You know how long I've been broke? I've been broke my whole fucking life, bro. So when I finally have money, it's fucking fun,
Yeah,
and it's not even that much money. But I think that's the beauty in starting to make money for the first time is enjoying it. And you know what? It's only fun when you get to spend it with people too.
yeah,
It's not fun when you spend it alone as much. But I don't know. I enjoy spending it alone as well. Fuck it.
yeah,
Getting
yeah,
massages and shit. It's
yeah.
fucking cool, man. Fuck.
Bro, you were telling me, I was like, "Oh, you gotta cut down the massages and shit." I
Yeah.
come back to Bali, he's like,
Like two
"Nah, I'm going
times.
for a massage."
Yeah.
Oh, later.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, after you left, I sold out.
oh,
I didn't sell out yet when
yeah,
before you left, but it just happened in February.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, let is it safe to say then that you're motivated by more motivated by the fear of
Yeah.
what happened
Yeah.
rather than
Potential.
yeah, the potential
Yeah.
success essentially.
Yeah, and
Are
I
you
don't know if that's good, but yes, it is how I'm motivated. It's just the reality of I would whereas before I was more motivated by the potential and I was motivated by fun.
yeah, yeah,
Whenever I see a kid, and I call him a kid, motivated by fun, I think they're gonna fail.
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, it's bad. Don't hire people motivated by fun. I made that mistake. Don't hire people motivated by fun. It's not a good hire. Before I was motivated by fun and the potential, and I was obsessed with these YouTubers and
lifestyle.
influencers, lifestyle influencers. Um, but that's a bad motivation. Now I'm motivated by um, being known for something. I like being known, walking around. People know me for my cold approach. I'm motivated by how the comfort, I guess you could say I have, or like being able to buy steak, being able to get massages, being able to travel and live. Not even just travel. I don't care about traveling. Living in Budapest,
Mm,
living in a place where I love the dating life. Uh, I love the fact that I have a community around me now. Like I can hang out with you. I can go to Budapest and have my community there, fly people in, help me with boot camp. It's like now I'm around people. I don't have to be in Arkansas where I don't fit in. I can just be anywhere I want. I'm motivated by my career. It's a hard job. You know how hard it can get.
yeah,
You had a
yeah, yeah.
taste of it. It's hard,
God.
but I'm motivated by how much I grow from it. I'm motivated by how hard it is and how I'm engaged and actually wanting to get better. Nothing's worse than working a job where you're not engaged.
Yeah,
You know what though? In Arkansas, I was engaged in my management restaurant job as well. So you can be engaged, be the best, whatever you do, be the best in it, and just engage anyways. Even if you're working at McDonald's, you should fully engage
yeah,
because that's how life should be. But it'd be very hard to engage at a lower level job now after doing what I've done. Like, if
yeah,
I had to go back, it would be hard to turn my brain on and deal with staff and payroll and all these things. It would be very I would do it, but it would be difficult to re-engage and do all
yeah,
that. So, I'm motivated by the fear of losing what I've built and losing my current lifestyle of hustle and losing my, community. And honestly, I'm a little bit motivated by my ego that I've made it and my whole family who probably judges what I do. I want to make more than all of them personally.
mm.
I would like to make more than all of them combined. I think that would be very satisfying. Maybe not my brother. He's going to be probably more rich than me. He's a very successful guy.
Yeah,
But I want to be successful to the point where when I see my family again, which I haven't seen in years, I've seen my mom, but they can look at me and judge me, but I can walk up and pay for the tab. So it's not a
yeah,
big deal, you know? Like I'm motivated by that. And that's a little bit of ego. So there's a little bit of ego motivation as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, bro, it's so emotional because it's like family is such a such a big motivator, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that aside, I was gonna say, is there any, say for example, someone's watching this and they're just not motivated at all, they're not doing anything. Is there a way that they can manufacture the motivation from fear? Like, I don't know,
Mhm.
accountability or something, or is there any way that you could say to someone like, I can do this and it will motivate you,
Mm,
or something like that?
mm. How do we motivate somebody?
Yeah,
That's a hard one, man.
yeah,
Because I hired recently and I couldn't seem to motivate him. Twice it's happened.
yeah,
Motivating someone else is one of the hardest things I've tried to do, and it's draining too.
yeah,
Especially even with a boot camp student, he's not motivated. It's almost like there's nothing I can do. He's got to at least be motivated. That's
mm,
the minimum. And it seems like people only feel motivated when they've gone through pain.
yeah,
So I almost think that people need to go through a lot of pain to feel motivated. So I think the biggest uh, thing I did, the smartest thing I did when I was going through the hard times. When I say hard times, because it's like to other people in a third world country, maybe they're like this pussy.
yeah,
Like so I don't even see myself as I've been through hard times. I feel almost incongruent as I say going through hard times. But in my version of reality, it was hard times. I didn't numb myself, and I'm happy I didn't just watch okay, I feel like shit, I'm gonna watch TV. I didn't do that. I sat there with cold reality of like, my life sucks, you know?
mm,
And I didn't say that, "Oh, I'm depressed because some random disease of depression struck me." I was very aware that depression is meant to motivate you.
mm.
So I would say the more bored you are, the less boring you become. That's a phrase that someone said to me. The friend you met him, the guy from Montreal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he said that in the podcast that I had, and a lot of people who've watched my videos love that saying. The more bored you are, the less boring you become. So I would say is just you got to get bored. I think boredom is the best motivator. So for example, with the last person I tried to hire, he wouldn't let himself get bored. He was on his phone all day. I
mm,
guarantee you, if he would have just put his phone down, or you know what, one of the best moments that happened to me actually, I forgot about this. It was in January 2025. I was just when I was almost out of I was running out of money. I invested a lot of money into the stock market and it crashed. It's down 60%. I was really fucked in that moment.
damn,
I was fucked. That's a whole nother story.
wow,
That was why I got into so much debt so fast, and I got like everything happened all at once. So Trump got elected. I was like throwing money in. I was making fast money, and then it went down 60%. I didn't know what I was doing. I lost so much money. I got my phone stolen, and my laptop broke
wow,
all in the same week, and I had to, that's money. I'm fucked basically. Akil, the guy that my biggest testimonial, I didn't even tell him this at the time. I think I've told him now, but at the time, he was saving my business. Shout out to Akil. But I saved his life too in some ways. Shout out to Akil though. Fucking saved my business so hard.
yeah,
Anyways, when I lost my phone and my laptop, bro, I can't tell you that feeling. Like, I need to start doing that more, dopamine detox. Like, I was so bored, and I'm in Bali. My TV, even my TV didn't work. I was like, "Does the TV work?" No, it doesn't. I'm in my room. I went to the living room with a co-working area. No one's out. This is a 20-person place. There's so many people here. Why is no one? It's 9 p.m. No one's in this living area. Oh, everyone's watching TV probably. No one's living. No one. Everyone's on their fucking phones.
mm,
I was so bored. I went out to the bar. I started talking to people. I was just like, well, there's nothing else to do. What else is there to do? Tell me, what do I do in that situation? I'm in my hostel alone. There's nothing to do. I journaled. Actually, I journaled for an hour, literally,
yeah.
like mountains of pages. I read an entire book. I read like 100 pages. I took a nap. Still had time. I was like, "Fuck, I'm bored." So I just went out and started talking to people. But this period, for some reason, even though my life was falling apart again and I was almost out of money, I had a sense of confidence that it would work out. But I wouldn't say it was even delusional. I just and you need to believe it that it will work out. You can't go into full panic mode. But I was just like, this is gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
So I went 2 weeks without any devices, and I pulled. So I
Oh,
pulled a
shit.
Spanish baddie. You know what is funny? You know how I pulled her? I met her, got her Instagram. She followed me. I went to a random store. It's like, can I use a device? I logged into my Instagram, messaged her. I was like, hey,
No
meet me
way.
at my place at 9 p.m. Here's the address. If you come, great. If you don't come, then you don't show up, then that's fine too. She knew I didn't have my phone. I was just like, so I was out in the living area at 9 p.m. Like, I wonder if she's gonna show up. And
Just
she showed up. I was like,
it's just sitting there.
sitting there drinking of tea or some shit, smoking a cigarette. At the time, I was smoking cigarettes 'cause I was fucking bored. I was bored, bro. I was so bored. I was like, "What do I do? Fucking cigarette. Oh, I feel something." It was a dopamine detox. The first 3 days were brutal, but after the 3 days, I felt the bliss I've never felt before in so long. I felt so blissful. I was riding my motorcycle around everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything's falling apart, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm in Bali. Like, I was just feeling present.
Mm.
And, yeah, she showed up. That was great. We went out. That was wild too. Can you imagine, man? Like, it's the pool. You don't need money to pool. Like, guys think you need money to pool is bullshit. It's the biggest bullshit ever. You can just be fun.
Well, you
And
don't even need a phone,
you don't even need a
apparently.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
phone. You just gotta tell her to show up.
Yeah.
She showed up. We went out and then we went back to my place, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And she loved the spontaneity of it. Like girls love that shit. She was like, "Oh, it's so like crazy," like
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
me that message and all. Anyways, um,
Sick.
yeah, so I got my phone back, and I remember when I got my phone back, it was like, "Dang, this is fucking overstimulating." I really felt it. I was like, "Shit." Like getting on Instagram and oh, bro, can you imagine how many notifications I had? Because I still had my coaching community still. It
Oh,
wasn't high ticket yet. It was still low ticket, so who cares? But it was like, bro, all these notifications, and I had updated my community. Well, I borrowed a device. Hey guys, I'm gonna be off the grid for a week or two. It's dealing with this. So there was like loads of messages, and yeah, honestly, it's anxiety, bro. Anxiety. I
yeah.
was having anxiety attacks last year after when I was going through the slump where I was like in the massive debt, and I was like, this is now or never. Like this is probably my last stand trying to make money. I was talking to everyone I know, business mentors, like just trying to figure out how the fuck do we make money to pay off this debt, and because I had barely any money to my name. But yeah, I was having anxiety attacks. I'd be out filming. There's one video, it's on my channel. I had an anxiety attack while talking to the girl, and it's all on camera.
No
You
way.
could barely tell. It's funny, but I know it. I knew I had one because I remember I was talking, and my mind went completely blank. Like it wasn't even there anymore. Like disassociated for a second. Then my wingman was talking, and he carried, and I was like, deep breath, like deep breath, deep breath. Okay, come back, come back. Okay, just keep going.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy, but it wasn't. I don't feel bad for me because that was my fault. I was smoking cigarettes, I was drinking, and was my way. After that moment, I stopped smoking right away. I knew
Serious?
it was the cigarettes that was fucking me up.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped smoking. I remember my friend even quit as well, but he would offer me when I was like, "No, bro, I'm getting anxiety attacks." He's like,
Fuck.
"Really?" And what are you gonna say to a friend when he's like, "I'm getting anxiety attacks. Keep that shit away from me."
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"Bro, I'm literally getting anxiety attacks. Like, I think I should stop nicotine."
Damn,
Yeah,
bro. That yeah, it does do.
it
I don't have a
does.
cigarette. I haven't smoked in like 13
Yeah,
years, but well, I smoke shisha. It
yeah.
does give you some
When you
weird.
smoke to a shisha, it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think one day I must have smoked shisha, or we smoked shisha, and then we went to the beach to go and do approaches. And I remember feeling like shit. I'm fucking
yeah,
nervous, man. Like more nervous than normal. But
yeah,
but yeah, man, bro, what a fucking story.
yeah, man.
Um, so what's your next steps? Like, what
Yeah,
are you? What's the future looking like for you?
future.
Because you've had your success, like
Yeah,
from where you were
question.
to where you are now, eating baked beans out of
Yeah.
cans to
By the way, sorry to interrupt your train of
okay,
thought. That was the best time of my life when I was eating that. I was so happy to be with my dad in that moment.
yeah,
Yeah, because it's the first. I knew I wasn't gonna get a moment like that again. I'm too busy now, but in that moment, it was a beautiful. Like, you know what? I have nothing else to do. This is helping me. Is I can. He enjoyed having me around. We're living humbly, but you know what? We're fucking doing it together, and it just felt amazing. Having a tribe around you when you're in the trenches, it doesn't matter how shitty it is. When you have the right people around you, it's fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love that was one of the best times of my life. I even found a girlfriend in that time.
Oh wow, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah, like, and obviously I couldn't pull her to the studio, but I just went over to her apartment,
Yeah.
and she was amazing. Yeah, she's got a fiance now.
Oh
Yeah, because I left, and like, what are you gonna do? She
yeah,
really liked me though. Like, she really wanted to like make things happen, but I was just going through whatever. But she was amazing.
yeah,
Hungarian women are so good.
yeah.
They're so nice.
That's why you're going.
That's why I'm going back. They're fucking awesome. Yeah.
That's not even a joke.
It's not
That's
even a
that's real.
joke.
That's
That's
real.
fucking real. Yeah.
That
But anyways, so you're saying the next step. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. So what's next then? Because
Yeah.
you've got the YouTube going, you've got a community going, you've got coaching, in-person coaching. You're now making money. What's next for you
Mm. Well,
and why?
I want to sell out. Now it's money. I'm money driven. Okay. So I have my life. You know what? I'm on the infinite game. Not even the 10-year game. I'm on the infinite game. There's three things I'm working on every single day. And I love how simple my life is now in that I don't have to figure out what to do anymore. I know what it is for now, and it might shift. If it changes, I'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
right now, it's learning how to speak properly, learning game. Okay, this might be more than three things. Learning how to speak properly, getting the best I can possibly get at game, getting the best I can possibly get at coaching, getting the best I can possibly get at content and creating, and getting the best I can possibly get at marketing, creating an offer, my funnel, my sales. That's
Mhm.
all I work on every day. I game. Every day I practice public speaking or just speaking in general. Every day I practice content, game, and coaching. It's
Nice.
every day. So that's it. Just doubling down, just getting better every single day. That's it.
What does the best at that, like the best that you can be at that? What does that look like? Do you have a measurement for it?
That's a good question. You know what? I mean, degenerate answer is, how many girls can you pull? How hot are they? But the real answer in coaching is his own skill. You can be good at game and suck at coaching.
Mm,
And I would like to think that I'm a decent coach. But a lot of being a good coach is also being good at game and just showing it. So it's a little bit of both.
yeah,
But I guess you could say how many happy clients I have. Like every time I have a transformation, like this year so far, I've gotten, I would say one transformation and you know what, maybe even two. And the rest are happy clients as well. But not everyone's gonna check. Not everyone's gonna make it. It's
yeah,
just the fact. That's a cold, hard pill to swallow, but it's true. All I can do is try my hardest. But I've had one transformation. I'm not gonna say his name, but you know who it is.
mhm,
And it's a very nice feeling, And then when you transform someone's life, that's their friend for life usually.
yeah,
I mean, Akil's still my homie. I still text him all the time. Um, this other guy, he's a homie. Yeah. 'Cause
yeah,
it's like we went through so much shit together because transforming is not easy.
no,
And yeah, I think now it's just about helping people change their dating life and really transform them as individuals and also scaling. It's more about scaling now. Like I would love to make 20K a month. That would be solid.
yeah,
And I think if I can make a lot of money, maybe invest it and make some sort of side hustle or Airbnb hustle, whatever, have more income and just more. I'm like laying out the foundation now. I'm like, I want to build something stable where I'm like, I can build a family from that. I want something stable now. I want something. I'm in build mode. I'm in empire building mode. I'm trying to build my own little personal kingdom. And
yeah,
yeah, I think that's it. The next steps though are boot camps in the summer are always going to be in Europe, and then winter I have to figure out the winter time because Bali was a great choice this winter. But ah man, I can't imagine coming back here for 6 months next
no,
winter. No man,
too long?
bro, I was it's like golden handcuffs to me. It's a nice lifestyle, but the dating out here is not what I like, and I think it's amazing for networking, but I don't really like the people in Bali that much. I
Mm,
think maybe I'm just too similar to them. Maybe. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but all I know is how can a place I was thinking about this last night, like, how can there be a place that's so social, but so lonely at the same time? I don't get that. I don't
well,
understand. Bali's a crazy place. It's great for networking. Undeniably good for networking. I'm glad I came this time around, but I wish I was more mentally prepared for how actually challenging sometimes this time in Bali would be. You know what saved my time here? What the best thing about Bali was I was able to sell boot camps here.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that is the good thing about Bali. I can sell boot camps here. I don't know where I could in the winter.
mhm,
So I got to figure out the next winter phase. That's the next step. So I'm thinking it's going to be South America. Maybe I just do less boot camps in the winter and I jam pack the summer. And then also scaling it online somehow. I want to build a new course. It's going to be called the Social Connector.
yeah,
I've been building it for a year. I showed you. I've literally been building it for a year, like adding to it. And I think it's finally ready for like version one. And I want to release that this summer. Version
nice,
one social connector. So it's all about building social circle, having a fulfilling social life, female friends, or I'm gonna reframe it. I call them female alliances because they're not female. They're not all gonna be they're not your real friends in a way.
mm,
Not like your male friends, but female alliances, utilizing female connection, real good ones too, like respectful, mutual respect,
yeah,
utilizing friendships with other men, finding your wingman base is the most important, having a community, and I think that's what people want, and that's what people might be lacking. This is the next advance in the game. So the cool thing about the game, in my opinion, is it's so deep.
mm,
The rabbit hole just every year it just goes deeper. I love it. So now it's just about learning more about game and becoming better. So
yeah.
yeah.
Love that, man.
Yeah,
Love
man.
that. And bro, I actually genuinely not just saying this because you're a friend, but I genuinely think you will achieve all of that.
Thank you.
because you are a great coach as well, and you're great at what you do. And I've never seen anyone actually work so hard.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anyone work so hard.
Really?
I don't think so. I
Oh,
mean, I've seen some hard workers in my life, but yeah, you work very hard.
thank you.
And I love it, man. I love the resilience. But I have okay, one more question. Actually, no, I have a couple more, but let's say let's do this one. What what's the biggest lesson that you want to share
Biggest lesson.
right now?
Okay.
Be anything.
Biggest lesson. That's a good question. Hard one. Biggest lesson. Well, if we're talking about the game, I talk about game all the time. I almost burnt out on talking about game because I talk about it all the time. You know how much I talk about game
Yeah, yeah.
all day.
Well,
So
that's why you're so good at it.
yeah, yeah, obsessed. The biggest lesson I would say is this is maybe not the biggest, but this is the most recent one. Live in a place where your dating life is good, not where your business life is good.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need the business to be stable. If ideally you would, if you can do both, which is what I'm going to achieve in Europe, that's ideal. But you know what I learned in Bali? This is actually the title of my little live stream. The biggest lesson I learned is you want to live somewhere, and I already kind of knew this, but you want to live somewhere where your dating prospects are the best. Because truthfully, I think most of our fulfillment comes from our partners.
Mm,
And also where your brotherhood is the strongest as well. You want if you can have both, I think you'll be a happy man. And I had that set up right before I left. I had everything in a way. I felt
wow.
like I had a lot of great things. I was a little bit dopamine drained. I was just a little bit too much sex. That was when I left Budapest the last time around. I was having too much sex. Yeah,
Suffering from
truthfully,
success.
suffering from success. But truthfully, I remember one night I was like, "This is too much."
Yeah.
But I was fucked, man. I had like two amazing women I was just seeing consistently. They're so beautiful, and I loved it. I had, like my tribe around me where we were going out. I felt like very fulfilled that way. So I think what's the most important thing is your health. Obviously, you know you don't want to be if you have cancer. It doesn't matter what you have, but the most important thing is your is dating. I think that's so important. And I think if you have like a really great girl and you have lots of options and you're in abundance, it's going to change your life in a way that's um just unfathomable. And then from there you can start to build your brotherhood and you can start to build everything. So I think living in a place, location is the most important thing in your life. So I think so many guys set up their life incorrectly and they think about all these other things and they choose the wrong location.
Mm,
Choose a goddamn location where you thrive. And I noticed that in this whole journey, this all stemmed from going to Budapest for the first time and going to a place where I thrived and having an environment where I thrived and having my dad there who helped me thrive. So the biggest lesson is you gotta be in the right environment. So Bali is a great place to network and learn business, but living here, I say it all the time, Bali ruins people.
yeah.
It ruins people, especially women. So, and that's a whole nother topic we could probably talk about for like 10, 20 minutes. But for the sake of time, I won't get into it. But I genuinely think Bali just ruins people, women, and it's just the dating life here is too messy and it makes them all jaded and they get all weird and they stay here too long and then the magic school bus ends and
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I think dating is very important and I think find your partner, choose a location where you thrive, where you have a brotherhood, where you can make some money. It doesn't you don't like a lot of guys, most guys I think choose a place where they'll make the most money possible.
Yeah.
But it's like fuck that. Choose a location where you'll be the happiest. And
Yeah.
I think you got to find that place for you. And if it's Bali, some people they love Bali. For me, I don't get it. I'm like, I don't know, man. I've been here 6 months. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I hope that's not my just my personality of always wanting to move.
Mm.
But yeah. So
Yeah, but that's a self-aware thing to say, man. It could
yeah,
like, it could be, it could not be though.
yeah.
Right, one final question. Um, I'm gonna figure out how to word this.
Mm.
What is one wait, let me think about this.
And by the way, guys, for the live, I mean, there's only one person in here. It's been an 80-minute live, guy.
Oh damn.
Diet.
Oh shit,
It's
really?
lit though. It's
Damn.
lit. I like it.
My phone's still recording.
Is it good?
Oh yeah, sick.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my God, yeah, I was worried about that whole
Scary, huh?
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the most courageous thing that you've done
Mm.
and
Wow.
one
It's a great question.
one bit of courageous advice you would give to the viewer?
Um, Most courageous thing I've done. I mean, honestly, you know what the first thing that popped up was the fighting journey.
Yeah?
Bro, even now I'm not as ballsy as I was then. I was fucking ballsy, bro.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Oh man, bro. I remember one time there's this big Marine, big motherfucker, like twice my size. And I went in the gym, just fucking hitting the bag, and I'm like, I want to spar. Hey, does anyone want to spar? Like, hey man, do you want to spar? And everyone laughed. They thought I was joking. They laughed.
Oh,
Like they were like, oh, they were like, yeah, man, we can spar. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And then they got quiet. They're like, oh, you serious? Fuck it. I did okay.
yeah,
I objectively was a better boxer than him. I don't think I could have beat him in a real fight. He's fucking huge. In
yeah.
MMA, he would smoke me. But in boxing, since I had practiced the footwork and movement, I remember he underestimated me and I got him pretty good. Clean liver shot, but it didn't affect him because he had washboard ab. I was like, I didn't
Just
hit hard
huge
enough.
muscle.
Yeah, I was just like, boom. I was like, nothing.
You
Okay.
like, you go down, you look up, and he's just
Yeah.
like
He's just
standing
like
there.
but it surprised him, he's like, "Oh," because he rushed me thinking I'd panic,
Yeah.
which I did on the inside a little bit, but I had reflexes. So I think the bravest thing I've ever done that I never thought I was capable of was fighting. And that's why I loved it so much because I never thought I could fight. I never thought I was that guy until I did it. So that was the bravest thing I had ever done was, getting knocked out, showing up, fighting anyone, and just going for it. And then, yeah, one courageous thing I would say to people, one courageous what was a courageous motivation?
Yeah, yeah, some courageous advice maybe. I
Courageous
didn't know how
advice.
to word that, but, I need to refine that, I think,
Yeah,
but yeah, but maybe some advice in
courage.
for someone who's looking for courage, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, for someone who wants to have more courage.
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question because a lot of guys, like boot camp students that come on, that's something that they can lack is the courage and the balls. What I would say is
Balls, yeah, yeah.
balls,
Balls.
the balls to do better. Sometimes it's not as bad as you think. I think the scariest part is right before you do something. And when you actually get hit, sometimes it's not as bad as you think, but sometimes it is. I remember before I've gotten into fights and I got hit hard and it fucking sucked and it made me never want to fight. But what I would say is, you got to change your relationship to pain. So the only difference between, remember the rejection challenge you did?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you remember how every rejection, since we reframed it as a win, because we were doing a challenge. So when you got rejected, you almost got annoyed if you didn't get rejected. You're like, fuck, I gotta finish this challenge.
Yeah, I actually did get
And it
annoyed.
makes the sting. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
just,
"Oh,
yeah.
give me a number, for fuck's sake."
You were like, you can reject me if you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, no, I'll give you my number. And like,
Oh, now I've gotta get 20 more, yeah.
yeah. So that that mindset to life, if you can have a permanent state of reframing pain as good,
Mm,
then I think you'll win. And I would say when you work out, for example, if you hate the workout, you actually get scientifically proven, according to Andrew Huberman, you get less dopamine if you didn't enjoy the workout. If you enjoy the pain, you get more dopamine. I think that's a key to success. So when you were enjoying the rejections, you were getting huge dopamine spikes.
yeah,
You were win because you reframed it as a win. So that's the
yeah,
power of the rejection. So if you can somehow, if we can, so this is not you, if we could somehow start to reframe pain as a win, then that's good. I remember when I would leave the fight class, even I didn't care about winning the fight at all. At all. I actually, matter of fact, I would feel bad sometimes when I went. I want him to feel good. I want to just go in and give it my all. And I was so proud of the fact that I was able to withstand the pressure of fighting. I was like, damn, that's awesome. I was so happy I'm able to go out and approach 100 times and get rejected. Actually, you know what? I'm less I have less of that now than I did before. Before I was more like so happy I'm able to just even approach. Now I feel like I've set this high standard as a coach. I got a pool and make out. Oh, I didn't make out with a girl this week.
mm,
Something's going wrong with my game. It's like, can I not just enjoy the process? So I think that's something I've always taught people in my videos is like 1,000 out of 10. Just enjoy doing it. The fact that you did it makes you a winner. People love resonate with that. So I think if you just resonate and appreciate and congratulate yourself for even doing anything at all, just being a part of the process, then you'll win. So, yeah, when it comes to courage, let's say it's in fighting or approaching, just be so happy you went out and said hi to a girl. Fuck however she reacted. If she got rejected, even better. You
mm.
got to withstand a rejection and now you get to level up because of it. So, yeah.
Nice. Bro, what
Yeah, man.
advice, man. I think that's actually the perfect I think actually that's the advice I needed.
Really.
Um, but yeah, that rejection challenge really did shift something in my
Yeah.
psyche, I feel like that day. Because I feel like after that day, I was taking more action, like, I was taking more, what's the word? Like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
my own.
You were fucking in momentum that day, dude.
Yeah, bro.
You were. Yeah, I was almost jealous, bro. I was like, I want to do this challenge. I should be doing this challenge. You know, like this is really working.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just sending. You didn't give a fuck.
But then the day after even, I think it, like, bled into the day
Really?
after, and I was just, like, taking action, action, and it was
Yeah.
genuinely from reframing it, like you said. So,
Dope, man.
bro, I love that, man.
Maybe you should do it again, a rejection challenge, a few more times.
Yeah,
Like once per week.
I was actually thinking to do it last night. We went out last night.
Yeah. Maybe that's a better challenge instead of like putting this outcome in mind, like you have to get 10 meg, like what we
Mm,
did before. Maybe that's a better. I like that challenge. Like if it works, it works. Might have to do that more often.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Right, nice. Right, well, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for being here, bro.
Thank you,
Honestly,
man.
you're amazing, man.
Thank
You
you, buddy.
really are, bro. I wish you nothing
Great
but
podcast.
success.
Thank you.
And
Likewise.
yeah, guys, if you wanna follow Dan, do you want how do you want me to
Nicoletti.
Nicoletti?
Yeah.
If you wanna follow Nicoletti, it's Nicoletti
Film
Films on YouTube,
and
right?
Instagram.
And
Yeah.
Instagram. Nicoletti Films on Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah.
He's got amazing content. He drops very often, so
Yeah.
maybe expect at least one video per week.
At least.
At least.
I'm aiming for 2 to 3, but
Yeah.
boot camps are intense. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I got 15 videos in the vault though. No, 17 videos. Around 15 to 17 after we just
After
filmed more.
we
Yeah, yeah. 15 good videos in the vault.
so 17 banger videos as well, as in like real
Boot camp doc,
real what am I trying to say? I'm gonna edit this, but real
crafted, well crafted.
real gems, real
Yeah.
knowledge, real action. Um yeah, go follow him. I'm sure most people are probably from your channel that are watching anyway.
Yeah. When do you want to
But
collaborate on this? We should.
yeah, yeah, we should.
Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah.
This was a gem. Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm gonna be doing more podcasts as well, so expect more.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a great first episode, man. Like
Yeah,
great
man.
chat. Yeah, and I only thought it was gonna be like 45 minutes, but
Yeah.
we've gone what 90 minutes.
Bro, we have some great talks, man. I'm not even surprised when we went 90 minutes. And I'm glad we did this first. Like, bro, yeah, we have great talks. You crushed it, man. Fuck, man.
Hey,
Great questions. Even the way you were like asking me about the story, and you really got me to dive into the pain of what I felt. Like, you got me to really, you almost cry on this shit. Like, you got me to think about like what the struggle. I forgot about all this stuff, and then you got me to think about like the moment where it came up. You got me remembering so much shit that I forgot,
oh
and
man,
like bring back all these memories. And like, damn, that's like I knew you'd crush it, man. You've got a natural talent for what you're doing right here. This is fucking sick.
bro,
So,
I
yeah,
really like. I started getting emotional, man, when you was
really.
telling that story. Yeah, yeah, genuinely, man. Like I could
Yeah.
see you getting emotional. I was like, it was
Yeah.
making me emotional. Like not like obviously it's great for content,
Yeah.
but yeah, like bro, like it is an amazing story, man, and much respect for you, bro. Like it's meeting you has been a blessing
Yeah.
in my life,
Thank you, man.
definitely, bro. And
Likewise.
I'm sure a lot of people that meet you say that because you're changing lives
Thank you, man.
constantly. But no, I genuinely mean that, man. And yeah, I'm sad that you're going, bro, but I know we're gonna link up again.
Absolutely.
And
Come to Budapest. It's gonna
yes,
be fucking fire.
we're doing it.
Awesome.
Right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, brother.
Yep.
Like
Good shit. Final dap.
that.
Boom.
Ooh, there you go.
All right.
All right.
Anyone who watching, I appreciate you. Any questions really quick, guys, before I jump off this 90-minute live? I know there's only 2 people in here, but I'm sure we've got a lot of views throughout the 90 minutes. Um, gonna share all the vibes with you guys. This is good. We're gonna have this uploaded to my channel. I think Sean's gonna edit it. No rush on it. So I don't even think I'll publish this live. There's no point if I'm gonna upload it later. Any questions before I hop off? Boot camps are going good. Life is good. Game is always improving and getting better. Building out a new course, social circle course. It's been building it for a year, been thinking about it for a year, taking notes on it. Got a lot of new I'm glad I didn't try to rush the social circle course because if I did, it wouldn't have the same quality. Because
Mm,
there's so much I'm learning with social circle. It's not something I'm fully knowledgeable in. So if I would have rushed it, I would have let out so many ideas that I'm like, ah, no, I changed my mind on this. Cause yeah, anyway, so but I think it's good enough now to where I could release a good like 10 to 20 lessons on a social circle course. And yeah.
Amazing, man.
Whereas for approaching, I'm like certain of things now. I'm like, this is how it is for me. And yeah. All right, guys. Hopping off. Shout out to God. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Peace.
Peace.
All right.
For that